Guys, so I hope you are all well and are doing as best as you can be during these quite strange times. So I suppose we are getting used to it now, but not the best start to 2021 that I'm sure we all hope for. But we are here to hopefully help keep you healthy, fitter, and in a better mental space than you otherwise would have been. If you didn't see me last time when we done the workout videos, my name's Johnny. I'm from Dauntless Fitness, which is a gym just over the river from True Potential. If you haven't been down there, you are very welcome to come down once we are back open. But what we're trying to do with these videos is give you some healthy tips, habits, and some fun challenges to just keep you ticking over, keep you, as I say, a bit healthier throughout these times when it is getting tough, not just physically but mentally as well. We're hopeful that these videos will do that, just one video per week, and hopefully you will get the benefit. So I'll give you the brief outline of what we want to achieve from these. We're going to start with some daily habits. So habits are the building blocks of any sort of lifestyle. So if you see someone that you would say they're like a fitness fanatic, whatever they're doing, it's all built up on small habits that just got stacked and stacked until it eventually turns into a lifestyle. And I'm not trying to drastically change anyone's lifestyle here, but if that is what you want to achieve, then starting with small daily habits that take you slightly closer to where you want to get to, then that is a good result, and that's what we're going to try and go through today. So number one thing is setting a daily habit. So daily means every day, no days off. Start super simple. We're also going to give you some general fitness tips, or could be health tips, just things that you can do, not quite as structured as the habits, but just some things, if you find them useful, great. If you're doing them already, that's awesome. Also, we're going to set a fun challenge for each week. We're also going to have some prizes. We've got some hoodies, we've got some t-shirts for the winner. I'll go through the challenges at the end. But yeah, hopefully get involved, make it fun. With if you're in obviously social groups, you've got Facebook, WhatsApp, that kind of thing. Just make it fun. Have a bit friendly banter in between and see who's winning, who's not. It's all aimed to try and get people moving more, healthier and fitter. So the daily habit for this week is we want to get you drinking more water. It sounds simple, everyone's heard it before, but we're starting with this because I think it is the foundation. If you're not doing this, all the other things you can do, eating healthy and whatnot, they're not going to be as effective if you're not drinking enough water. And from my experience working with clients and gym members, most people don't drink enough water. As I mentioned with the habits, we're not trying to drastically change anyone's lifestyle because it just doesn't stick. If you want to change things, you've got to start super small. Think of something ridiculously easy that you can do, 2 minutes or less. I've mentioned this in videos in the past, you may have seen them. If you can do something that takes you less than 2 minutes to do, then you're going to be able to do it no matter how busy, tired, unmotivated you are. If you make it so easy in the beginning, when it's not part of your routine, then you're gonna get it done no matter what, and then we can build from there. So drinking water. What we're going to start this as is every morning I want you to drink 1 glass of water upon waking. So within the first 15 minutes of your day, drink a glass of water. It doesn't have to be anything massive, 250ml glass, something along those lines. If you drink that, for the beginning of this habit, that's it. Okay, don't worry about how much you're drinking throughout the day just yet. We want to make the barrier to entry so easy that everyone can do it. And by drinking a glass of water first thing on the morning, that's when you will be your most dehydrated and when you need it the most. And also with it being the start of the day, it just sets that sets that habit up from the off. So if you get done first thing on the morning, just sets your day up a lot better. So we will be adding on to these habits as we go. If you can do this every day for a week, then after 1 week, we'll make that daily habit a little bit tougher until we get to that end goal. Okay, so we might want to build up, depending on how tough it is. I mean, everyone's different. If you find it tougher than someone else, you might want to extend it. What I mean by that is, when we start this habit, there's 1 glass of water first thing on the morning. That's not the end goal. We want to be getting you drinking the adequate amount for your body type. So say in 4 to 6 weeks time, hopefully that will be up to it's generally 2 to 3 litres per day what you want to be drinking, but that obviously depends on your gender, how much activity you're doing in a day, your size, and what time of year it is. Obviously in the summer you're going to be more dehydrated, so you want to be drinking more. But if we can find that end goal, what we want to get to, start really small each week. If it's really easy, add on next week. If you struggled for a week, then maybe keep it the same or make that habit easier. And as long as we're getting closer to that goal, we're making progress. So that's the daily habit for this week. Drink a glass of water upon waking every day. So the fitness tip of the week. It's generally more important now than ever, for the most part, because people are working at home. They don't have the same desks, chairs that you would in an office, and poor posture and sitting down more is causing a lot of injuries. Speaking to physiotherapists after the last lockdown, and personally, having an injury as soon as I went back to the gym, physios. They told me that they were inundated with people, shoulder injuries, back injuries, just from that prolonged period of either sitting more or sitting at a desk or just sitting on a couch somewhere, a workstation that isn't adequate for long periods of time. So what we can do to combat this is stretching couple of times a day. Again, we're not setting this as structured as the habit, but I want you to try and do as much as you can. Don't go overboard in the beginning. If you're doing 1 to 2 minutes of stretching a couple of times during the day, that's going to be more beneficial than doing 30 minutes twice and then just stopping. Okay, if you can do something that you're gonna repeat. In general, with sitting, it's going to be the shoulders rounding forward, the hip flexors shortening, just because you sat down. When your leg is like that, this muscle here, where the hip flexor goes right the way up there, that muscle will get shorter because you're in that position. It's not getting stretched. So we want to basically do the opposite of that. So for rounded shoulders, we want to be opening up the chest. So what we can do, door frame, just like that. So you can either do a static stretch where we hold that there, or you can do an active stretch where we step forward each time. So as I say, it doesn't need to be nothing major. If you can do 30 seconds on each side a couple of times a day, that's going to stop them shoulders rounding forward quite as much. For the hip flexors, you can do one just standing. Simple as that. You can do where your foot is resting on something and you're sat down. It's all the same basic movements. We want to be opening up that there. So you're pushing that hip forward, really feeling that stretch. It's not just for the fact that it can produce bad posture. Like I said, I got a back injury myself from the previous lockdown, going from being on my feet most of the day to sitting down most of the day, and then going straight back into exercise when the gym reopened. Didn't last very long. Within the first week, my back went. I've seen from clients, and again talking to physios, a lot of shoulder injuries just from being like that all the time. So if it's not just the fact that it can give you the bad posture, injuries are a lot more more likely to happen, and really don't want anyone to experience that. So we're not going to put a structured session or guidelines in place for that, but just the more you can do, the better. If it's a couple of minutes a day, great. If you can do longer, do longer. Okay. Finally, the challenge. What we want to do is just set something that everyone can do. So we're going to make this first challenge a step count. So what we're going to do is set the challenge for the most steps across the week is the winner. So it's not going to be daily. You just need to tally your total up at the end of the week. So say we'll run from Monday till Sunday, and whoever gets the most steps in by the end of the week is the winner. We're going to win some hoodies. We've got t-shirts and stuff to give away throughout the lockdown. So do your best. If you've got a dog, great, you're in a good position. If you've got a dog, you can take. It's just a good excuse. You know, the dog's needs to be walked. So even if you're not feeling like it, you've got to get out there anyway. So that if you have got a dog, that puts you in a good position. If not, especially with you being inside for the full day, it's a good excuse again, if you like, to get some fresh air, just to try and get some steps in. Taking a lunchtime walk, a morning walk. It is a bit cold, but it will, especially on the morning, it will wake you up. Just try and get them steps in. If you can't leave the house, or you just want to make the most of it while you are in the house, then just try and stay on your feet. If you're just walking around the house doing odd jobs and stuff, when you'd normally just be sitting down, that soon adds up. Okay, it doesn't take you long to tally up 100 steps. And if you're doing that a couple of times a day, then that soon will add up. So that's the challenge done for this week. We will change this every week. We'll try and make it a little bit different. So we're not always doing the same kind of thing. Try and make it a bit fun. So as I said, the best way to do these sort of things is if there is a bit of a community aspect to it. So if you are challenging your co-workers, you know, you have a little bit of a friendly rivalry, if you like, going on, then it can just help you stay a little bit more motivated throughout all of this. But those are so we'll recap them. We've got the daily habit. We're going to aim to drink more water. So starting every morning with 1 glass of water, and then we're going to build that as we go. Stretching. We want to be trying to do a couple of minutes a few times a day is what I'd suggest. But if you've got more time, the more you can do, the better. If you've got a foam roller in the house, then really they're great. They're not only stretch, but you can break down the muscles. It's basically just like, it's not the same as a massage, but it's like a self-massage tool. All these things as well. If you do like to watch TV, watch Netflix at the end of the day, there's no reason why you can't do your stretching whilst you're doing that. Okay, if you've got, I don't know, an hour at the end of the day that you normally do, you normally sit down and watch TV, spend the first 10-15 minutes doing some foam rolling, doing some stretching, and it just kills 2 birds with 1 stone. It doesn't feel like a chore if you're watching something on the TV at the same time. So the last one, the steps. Try and get out the house would be ideal. Going for a long walk once or twice a day. It's good exercise for one. It's good for your mental health for another. Just getting yourself out of the house, especially when we've got what looks like a good few weeks still, at the very least, in this lockdown. And not only that, it's going to get you towards winning this challenge. Hopefully, you are a bit motivated by this. And I mean, Christmas time, it's generally when people switch off. So we want to try and do what we can and not let the lockdown get the better of us, and get active and just start building up them healthy habits. So guys, to finish, I will leave me email if there's anything that you want to hear from these videos, if there's any specifics that you are struggling with, anything that you think can benefit your community better, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you and hear how we can help you better. So I'll leave me email. Feel free to drop us a message if you've got any questions you just want me to try and answer for you without doing a video as well. I will be more than happy to do that. Okay guys, really hope this helped, and I will see you again very soon. All the best. Have a great week.
Subscribing to the True Potential YouTube channel is quick and easy. Simply go to your YouTube app on your phone, type in True Potential and press the red subscribe option. You'll then be notified as and when new videos are released.